päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta. Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Discord. How are you? I was twitching, fairness. It looked like the Discord homepage. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SportsGamer. My name is Doogie, joined, of course, by Mr. Sin for the win, the brooding Sin for the win. We are back to cover the conclusion of our second and final semifinal that we have here in the ECL Elite Division for our Winter 25 season. Sin, by the end of this broadcast, we will know what team is heading to Assembly in Helsinki in a month's time to take on Parasite. Will it be Mustaa or Tohtorit? We're going to find out, with Mustaa having a 2-0 series lead off the back of a wild comeback in game number 2, and we'll see if that really comes, back to haunt Tohtorit as the series continues.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got to be able to close games out, especially at this point in the season. And I mean, I'm sure we pointed it out numerous times now, but a completely new team will be in the finals here for the first time in a long time, multiple years, in fact. So between Mustaa or Tohtorit, I mean, they're going to be taking on Parasite, which is going to be no easy task, especially on a big stage on land. But, it's going to be exciting here. And Tohtorit still have a chance. You got to win four games. It sounds tough, but at the same time, I mean, it's a possibility. The games have been close. Tohtorit had a fantastic season here, and we have seen Mustaa at times sometimes be able to kind of struggle with closing games out.
Absolutely. And of course, we look back at the regular season standings that got us to this point. Again, it is the battle of 2 versus 3 in this matchup. And you can see, I mean, these two teams were dead even in points. It was the goal differential as well that you look at to say, okay, hey, what's this going to be? But it just shows how close these two teams were in the regular season. But again, Tohtorit did earn the whole home ice advantage for this particular matchup. We'll see, of course, what happens as we move on. But of course, we mentioned Parasite as well, our #1 seed. They have secured their spot at Assembly in Helsinki. As we'll take a look here at the bracket. Of course, they worked their way past our 8th seed in Goons and then took care of Voitimaton on Monday in just 5 games. So, of course, we have, as few as 2 games here today and as many as 5. That is going to be down to Tohtorit and Mustaa to decide. Again, we'll be finding out who is moving on to the finals here today. Let's take a look at some more in-depth stats here, at least as far as the playoffs are concerned, as we get a look at the team matchups for this one. As again, up to this point, Sin, very similar to what we saw with those regular season numbers, right? More goals for Mustaa, slightly better defense for Tohtorit.
Yeah, and maybe a bit to be expected, at least so far. But for Tohtorit, they want to be able to get away to find those wins, and discipline has played a huge factor on the side of Mustaa. They've been able to stay out of the box, and that's so important at this stage of the season, where every little mistake, if your opponent's able to capitalize it, that so often can be the difference, in a series. So for Mustaa, they're going to want to keep that going, try to stay out of the box, not allow Tohtorit's power play to get a chance to get going.
Well, with that, let's take a look here at the lineups for this one. As for Mustaa, Aro, Launinen, Alupekas, the front 3 with Nawari Yamal and Mise on defense, and Latve in goal. On the other side, Oyala, Harlow, Profilipaki, the front 3 for Tohtorit, with Karkas and Zegasormi on defense, and Stammer between the pipes. And, Sin, as we always do, we'll kick it off here with the center comparison. Harlow and Launinen up to this point in the postseason, and on paper, these two essentially cancel one another out.
Yeah, I mean, it's Harlow, slight advantage in the face-off, and then the slight advantage for Launen, and in the point department. It's an incredibly even matchup. It often comes down, to those key draws in the offensive defensive zone. I know we kind of sound like broken records when we talk about that, but in such a possession heavy game, the centers play such a huge part in that by being able to break those pucks out with a face-off win or keep sustained pressure. How often have we seen, one face-off needed to get that full pressure? And I mean that can be such a huge advantage to try to tire out the goalie and get some favorable save animations out of him, so you can capitalize on some of those secondary chances.
Up next, of course, we have our winger comparison. As mentioned, for Mustaa, we have Aro and Alupekas against Oyala and Profilipaki. And as we take a look here, of course, at the numbers in terms of goals, well, you're looking at Aro in this regard, Sin. He has as many goals as these other three combined.
Yes, and that is a huge boon to have. I mean, he's the guy. He's who they want to run that offense through on the front end, and he's so often the one who's finishing as well, as you can tell by those 9 goals. So Tohtorit have to do a really good job trying to contain him, trying to force him to the outside, not allow him to get into space in the middle of the ice. And another thing is try not to allow him to attack with speed. When Otto is attacking with speed, he is one of the best in the business here in the ECL. But I mean, that's just incredible production when you're looking at it steady from both sides. 13 and 13 on the side of Mustaa for Oyala and Profilipaki, 9 and 9. So it's very consistent out of all of them. But for Tohtorit, got to find a way to generate a little bit more offense. They play a great team defense style, but they need a few more goals.
Heading into this matchup, and as we always try to do for the playoffs, we like to get a word with the players before the action begins. We're going to hear in the next few moments, not only from Alupekas, but from Oyala as well.
Sunday's games were great, but now we just have to think series is 0-0 and play better defense. That we don't have to come back after being down by 4 in the last period again. I think Tohtorit are going to be playing with more pressure than Sunday, and we just have to play our own game, and hopefully that will earn us the final land spot at Assembly. But we just have to be comfortable with the puck and play tight defense.
Yeah, we lost the first 2 games of the series back on Sunday, but I don't think that affects our confidence level at all because both of those first 2 games were really close. We lost both of them by 1 goal, and to be honest, I think we played really bad, especially in the D zone. We allowed a lot of easy goals, which is not normal to Tohtorit, and at the same time, it's very clear what we need to improve today to beat Mustaa. We need to get our defense level back to the level it has been before this series, and we still have the best goalie in the whole league. So we have to use those 2 things to our advantage today, and I'm sure we will score the amount of goals we need to win 4 games today if we just defend in our own level.
All right, Sid, it was nice to hear from the two of them. Obviously, for the Mustaa side of things, playing with a lot of confidence, knowing that they got to be focused out of the gates. And of course, for Oyala on the other side, confidence as well, I think, has to be the big takeaway from that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't really be shaken up by where the series is at. You have a job still in front of you. You got to just continue to push for it. And on the side of Tohtorit, we're looking at the 2 guys, Kerkis and Segasormi. They're going to be trying to slow down that attack of Mustaa, particularly as I mentioned earlier for Aro. And they're looking pretty good so far. But again, as we kind of mentioned with the forwards, a few more points here and there. Segasormi, very good. He's hitting a decent amount. He's blocking some shots here, but he either needs to do a bit more of the defensive side of things, a bit more physical, getting some more shooting lanes, or really kind of help kind of ramp up on the production side of things if Tohtorit want to be able to come back here.
And of course, our final head-to-head, it is the battle of the goaltenders. It is Latve against Stammer. Of course, the confidence from Oyala calling Stammer the best goaltender in this division. And, well, I mean, numbers-wise, tough to argue with. I mean, still very much running off of the success he had and the success Tohtorit had in their opening round matchup against Exon. But both of these two, Sin, I mean, have to now be labeled as, 2, if not the 2 goaltenders to watch out for here in the future. And one could even argue the future's now. But it's like we've seen that evolution, right? Of the Capes and the Hanselinos. Of course, Hanselino's still an active player with Voita Matone and still doing a great job. To then looking at the next guys in line like Nike taking over. And of course, you've had a veteran like Vincere still in the mix. But man, doesn't it feel like these two are right there to be like, okay, these are the guys that can lead their teams to championships, that can lead their teams by winning goaltenders of the season. They've been so stellar this year.
Yeah, I mean, Stammer, I mean, 3 shutouts in that first round is absolutely unreal. And the fact that he's boasting a near 90 save percentage, and he's really kind of the backbone of this Tohtorit team. We know they play a great team defense style, but then you have Stammer back there as well. And, from Mustaa Kultaa, they got to be feeling pretty good about being able to get those 2 wins, but their job far from over, because at any point it feels like Stammer could just absolutely steal a game and stand on his head.
So again, we are a few moments away from the action resuming here in this series. Again, it is a 2-0 series lead for Mustaa Kultaa. They need to win just 2 more games here tonight to punch their ticket to Assembly in Helsinki again on February 20th. We are less than a month away now, as insane as that is, to be honest. And of course, Parasite awaits the winner of or whoever happens to win this matchup, I should say. One of these teams will be moving on, and we'll see if Tohtorit, again, they have their work cut out for them. They do have to win 4 games here tonight, but you don't put it past them to be able to do so. So again, the action beginning here in just a few moments. Again, a reminder, we have our partnership, of course, with Wellnet, health.sportsgamer.gg, and as you can see there, you can use the code on screen for a 1-month free trial. Everything from, full extensive workouts to even just some basic stretching for when you're getting, those, extended gaming sessions in there. Gotta make sure to stay a little bit limber and take care of yourself. So again, health.sportsgamer.gg. Be sure to check it out. So it's in. Have the audio going through. That means it is just about time. Game number 3 is coming up. And a 2-0 series lead for Mustaa Kultaa. We'll see what happens here in game 3 and what type of start we see, especially from Tohtorit.
Yeah, I think the first 5 to 10 minutes is really going to be important for both of these 2 teams. Tohtorit, they need to come out of the gate strong and try to push the issue on Mustaa Kultaa.
Here we go. As dropped. We are underway. See who's able to find that breakthrough. Seconds as Oila finds the back of the net. I mean, that is just what the doctor wanted for a start there, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, we were just talking about it mere seconds ago, and Tohtorit comes out of the gate strong. Beautiful zone entry, a couple quick passes there, and Oila able to bury it right there. And that's just exactly what Tohtorit needed to do. Quick off of the draw, they get possession, they don't really waste too much time, they don't allow Mustaa Kultaa to get themselves set up perfectly at the blue line. Nice little cut play with a quick pass as they cross it, and just bodies and pucks to the net. That's how they get that goal. 1-0 for Tohtorit.
56 seconds into game number 3. Oila's 4th of the season. Right back in on the attack. Go to work here. Stepping in. Nice little shot in on Latte. Puck down the other way. Alipek has tried that pass down. Harlow up for Oilan. Might have taken himself offside there with the track back, actually. I don't know if Broken Poppy was over the line yet.
Yeah, he was I think he was just trying to hide it from a poke right there, and either way, quick face off to get it right off of the draw once again. It just feels like I'm pretty sure they have almost had the puck for this entire time right here. Tohtorit just completely dominated the pace of play.
Another quick dumping at the line. Different looks and successful dump and chase. Was Oila got dropped. low, Launinen. Work with Nisei, who trips his way back to the plate. On the feet in front, they score! One possession is all it takes, apparently, as Alupekas finds the back of the net. And what a response from Mustaa.
Yeah, it all starts from the zone entry. Just beautiful job of being in support for each other. They gain the line, then a couple quick passes down low, and they're able to start their cycle from north to south, and then right in front right there, you see the body position. That Alupekas was able to get and be able to tuck that one home. Not a whole lot Scammer could do on that. Beautiful response for Mustaa.
We get ready for the action to continue. Again, now a one game, both teams essentially scoring on their first possessions. Gotta hurt a little bit for Tohtorit, but here they are, and they draw a penalty as well. It's going to be the center, Launinen. Heading to the box, Tohtorit off the power play.
First one of the series here, and we talked about this in the pregame as well. Most people don't want to give a chance for that power play to get going, but going to get a chance to see Tohtorit finally in the course of this series deal with the man advantage.
So a big opportunity. Striking just 56 seconds into the game. During the equalizer a few moments ago. Tries to go across. Alupekas is there. Can't believe clear the puck out. Yes, he can. That was so close. On the blue line. What a break from Mustaa.
Yeah, I cannot believe that one got out. I thought for sure Profilipaki held that back as he got that pass off drifting away from the blue line, but it's like the puck just inched its way out.
There's Oyala looking, wanted the one-timer. Misei able to at least get it back to the neutral zone. Profilipaki tries to gain the line. Harlow's there with him. Rough pass. That results in a clearance. Final few moments of the man advantage here for Tohtorit. Harlow back for Karkas. Takes the shot. Good save from Lafe. Nice stick lift there from Misei to win it back. So Mustaa survived the kill. They're offside here on a play down the other way. So we're halfway through this first period.
A lot of action so far.
And so that's always a question, right? When we head into a playoff game in a scenario like this, do we see it be overly trap heavy? I'd say so far the answer is no.
Yeah, I mean, both teams like attempting to kind of trap at times. What I've really liked from Tohtorit, they have a variety of different dump plays. We saw another attempt right there, but they were offside. But we've seen a soft sauce into the corner with both forwards crashing in. We've seen, hard slap shots around the boards, and just saw a flip attempt as well. So I like that from Tohtorit. They're trying to throw a lot of different looks to not allow Mustaa to get set and really kind of be able to predict what they're going to do as they're looking across the line, and that's going to open up those clean entries.
The feed in front, the defense is able to break up this one all the way back towards Lafe. I thought he was going to be able to paddle it, but in a little bit of trouble, and Tohtorit will get an offensive zone draw out of this.
That was kind of an odd bouncing puck. It looked like maybe a shot out of the zone. Must have hit something because it flew way up in the air with a good amount of speed, and Lafe had a time having to deal with that.
Oyala in control, tries to get a shot on. Defense blocks it down. Maul carries, dumping play to the other side. Job go by Tohtorit to win it back. Arlo drops off for Oyala. Oh, the force in front again, and good job by the Mustaa defense. We say this one is up into the zone. Aro, the hip check to knock it loose. Jamal can't get that shot off. Chipped up the ice. Profilipaki looking for that home run pass. Rocketed pass goes all the way back to the Mustaa zone. 2 minutes left here in the first. line. Out by Tohtorit to break it up. Filipaki for Oyala. And weave his way past Mise, who's back in control. Final minute now of this opening frame. Puck dumped in, intentionally or not. Kultaa electing to put pressure on. Onside there. Filipaki to Karkas. 4 seconds. Now 2. Gotta look for the play in front. They found it, but a big save by Latve at the buzzer. Sees us hold a 1-1 scoreline.
Really good play from both teams right now. You can tell, the Tohtorit are battling for their lives right now. And Mustaa, they've done a pretty good job with the responses here. And the thing that I really am going to keep going back to is the fact that Tohtorit are getting all kinds of different looks to cross the line. Not all of them have worked, but that's going to be so rare in a game to have all of your zone entry attempts work. The thing that I like is that they're not really just trying the same thing over and over again. And that's going to be so important. You have to be able to keep the defenders on their heels. And that's what they've done to Mustaa so far. A bunch of different dump plays. They had some nice clean zone entries. And it's looking pretty good. We saw they have a slight advantage time and attack. They do have the shot advantage. The single shot from Mustaa was that A-grade opportunity that did go in. Getting another look at that first goal right there. And, bit of a broken play, but it all starts with that zone entry. Just a quick pass as they go across the line, trying to feed the man in the middle. And the trailer is the one who picks up that loose puck as we get a look at Mustaa's goal. Just again, beautiful job of establishing the cycle, going north to south, and then attacking the middle. And we've seen a lot of times from some teams throughout the course of the season, even in the playoffs, they want to attack the middle immediately, and that's just rarely going to be able to be achieved. All these teams know how to play great defense, know how to collapse around their goalie and defend against those things, so you have to be able to open things up by moving that puck north to south.
And this time this here at the line, but the second period is underway. As always, the action brought to you by our friends at Kovalan Lakritsi. Watching game number 3. The winter semifinal matchup between Mustaa and Tohtorit. Again, the winner moves on. Play Parasite in our live final at Assembly in Helsinki on the 20th of February. One of these two teams will be a finalist in this top tier for the very first time. Mustaa able to gain the line with Mise. Low in the corner, now back to the point. Jamal steps in. Aro down low. That's hit. Now numbers perhaps, at least a little bit of space for Tohtorit, but the pass off the mark.
Uh-oh.
Aro's onside, tried the toe drag to get into space. A second chance defense. Able to hold on for the moment. Aro battling with Oyala. Launen finds Mise at the point. Circling. Jamal. Back, wrap around it. Extended one at that. From Launen. Mustaa stills him with just the one shot on goal, but they did score. Chase here. Harlow holds on to it. No shot on. Popped and covered by Latve.
Yeah, definitely don't mind that kind of rebound look right there. I don't know if Filipaki was as ready for it as he could have been. There wasn't too much of a rebound either. Good control by Latve, and is able to smother it. But yeah, I mean, Mustaa still sitting on that one shot. Kind of surprised Aro wasn't able to get that shot away, but it was just great recovery defense by Tohtorit, though. Ill-advised pass.
There's Aro for Alupeka's defense again. To stand tall. We defend so well with the exception of the one goal given up. Puts a lot of pressure, though, on that team defense to know, man, we make a mistake. They're going to be able to take advantage. Here's Alupeka's the shot. Good save by Stammer. Throws things down. Passes the wrong side with Filipaki. Oyala looking. Feed for Harlow. The shot broken up and chipped just wide of the post. Tohtorit to slow things down yet again. That control break in if they can. Oyala did get over the line. Defense was there.
It really feels like Tohtorit right now are doing a great job of just kind of dictating the pace of play. They seem to be in the driver's seat, doing a really good job at the line. That being said, Mustaa is in.
Aro to Nawari Yamal looking at his options. Wanted Aro down low. Defense was able to read that. Sega Stormy recovers. 4 minutes left here in the second period. Goals first, one for each side, but nothing here yet in the second period. As that one sent all the way out. Sega Stormy, but he'll slow it down. Nice feed to find Pro Filipaki. Good cadence of pressure there, but ultimately catch up in the spin move from Alapekas. Don't know if that's what he wanted. I imagine he wanted more of a quick cut, but yeah, offside's the call.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes when you're just trying to get a little bit of that, like, tomahawk skating in there, and unfortunately for him, just didn't hold that trigger long enough.
There's 1 minute to go, and well, have another offside call, as I mentioned, since sometimes you expect to see the trap in the early stages of the game. It took until the second period, but the teams have certainly settled into that.
Yeah, absolutely. It has kind of slowed down a bit here. Everyone's trying to be a bit more tighter at their blue line, and Tohtorit now are kind of going for a few more clean entries than what they were doing before, which is a lot of different looks, especially with some dump plays. They're going to try it one more time here in the second.
As over the line, here's Harlow with speed, loses it, tried the wrap. And Latve is there. It'll be 3 seconds left on the clock. The no-zone draw for Tohtorit.
Kind of a dangerous shot right there from Harlow. I know he didn't get the animation he wanted, but that very easily could have banked off the pad and in.
Face off, the tie-up, and that will do it. So we head to the third period. Tie game, and we'll see who can find that breakthrough. But if this pace continues, it might take more than just the third period.
Yeah, it really kind of felt like this could be, you know, a wide open affair in that first period, but things really kind of settled down. Both of these two teams have done a good job now in the second period, beginning to slow things down as the other team attempts to cross the line. You've seen that rebound play right there. Yeah, Pro Filipaki was a bit closer. He may have had a chance to take a whack at that, but you see there, good job by Mustaa in that period of establishing, you know, a lot more possession than they had, but they still only have 2 shots, you know, averaging just the 1 per period, and that's, I know, not where they want to be, and they're not going to score too many goals like that either, although both that one was actually really close as well. Yeah, off of the shoulder and then off the post. So we'll see. We'll see if Mustaa is going to kind of change their mentality, take a few more shots in the offensive zone, crash the net, try to get some rebounds. Can't be too uncomfortable with how the game's gone so far. They are tied at 1. They are being able to establish their offense a little bit more, but they're going to have to get some conversions.
Third period is underway. Let's see. Both sides can find that breakthrough. Alt is still limited to just 2 shots, and miscommunication there for Tohtorit. They're offside.
Yeah, they've tried that a few different times with Kerkas kind of carrying there with the hustle, pushing the puck in front of him, trying to get that over the line as a skater, as his forward, still have kind of a step on here. It has worked once, but it seemingly they've kind of abandoned those dump plays here as the game's gone on, and I really thought that was one of their biggest strengths on the zone entry in that first period.
Good job there by Oyala to hold on to it. Can't clear the zone. Arlo back in possession. Tohtorit the other way. It's going to be Karkas carrying over the line. By the pass, loose puck. Comes up towards goal, and Lafe is forced to cover. Face off here. Won by Tohtorit. Oyala, the shot towards goal. Kultaa probably would have preferred his player not to jump over it, but... Off the face, off. A little bit of trouble for Darkus. Finds Harlow in front for Kultaa on the backhand. He's denied. Full pressure, though, now for Tohtorit. First example of it here in Game 3. Here, Sega steps in. One more time. I'm intrigued at what they're looking for here. A shot on towards goal. And the deflection bid for Harlow doesn't go, and we will see a timeout to wipe out the rest of that pressure.
Yeah, not only that, their stamina bars must be completely drained as they kept it in the zone for quite a lot of time, did a lot of skating, and maybe that was part of their strategy, just try to tire everyone out right there. But yeah, they kept looking for some space, and they finally got it right there. Kerkus able to rip it on, looking for the deflection in front that didn't quite work out. But yeah, there's a couple different one-time looks that they were considering looking for, and just didn't quite rip it on a couple different times when I felt like they had a chance or made that one pass to the one-time option. But in fairness, Mustaa was doing a great job of collapsing and then fanning out, guarding those not only passing lanes but shooting lanes at the same time.
The puck back towards the Tohtorit side. Getting to the point where the next goal could be the winner. Goal left from Kultaa, another save. For Latve, his 10th of this game. Kultaa will look to throw or slow things down, throw it up the wall there is Oyala. Stop one. Harlow for Kultaa. Down low, I thought for sure we were seeing a quick wrap coming. Great job. Great acceleration. Here's Aro. He scores! Then some players just know how to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net, and there aren't too many better at doing that than Aro. Mustaa to take the lead.
Just beautiful play by him. Takes it down low, circles around, and then quickly rips it from the side there. As it looked like the goalie may have been... No, he wasn't actually down. He just went down and he just roofed that one. Beautifully done by Otto right there. Almost seemingly came out of nowhere, but that's what you got to do. You got to be able to, we want to test that short side when things haven't, been going your way on the offensive side. Being able to find some of those A-grade chances that you're looking for. A shot is a shot, and it's always a good shot when you put it on net like that, and even better when it finds the back. And Mustaa now in the driver's seat, 2-1.
2 unanswered goals for Mustaa in this game. Quite a bit of distance between the two of them. Pressure now on Tohtorit as Kultaa just couldn't get a piece of that. Aro tries to protect, wins it back. Protection down low. Back that's just out of the reach of Aro. Ariamal there to keep it alive. Has Launen in behind him. And they get it low. Here's Aro. Job holding him up. He's able to kill time. You can see the other 4 forwards already back towards the blue line. The other 4 skaters, I should say. Has a little bit of space for Oyala, and he just couldn't get the stick back in front of him. 4 minutes left. Here in regulation. Turnover. Pulled out. Harlow tries to knock it loose. Oyala able to secure. Harlow back to Kerkus. Needed a one-timer and a big save by Latve. That puck was loose for a moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Just good job boxing out by Mustaa here. And yeah, Tohtorit in desperation mode right here. They need to be the ones now to just throw pucks on. If they got even a little bit of a lane, just throw that puck on.
Aro avoids the pressure as Alupeka's with him. Aro scores! He does it again. 2 goals here in the 3rd period, and Mustaa could very well be on the cusp of a 3-0 series lead.
Just such a smart play by Otto right there. His forward counterpart right there was just driving the net, had a half a step. The pass may have been possible, but then you saw Tohtorit, both Kerkes and the back checker adjusting to that. Both of them kind of going onto the guy driving the net right there. And Otto just takes advantage of it, cutting to the middle on the forehand, pulling that puck bat and getting just a blistering wrist shot off. You see how both of those defenders collapsed on to the guy driving the net, who then backs out, opening up the shooting lane. And that's a tough one for Stammer. You know, he's not in bad position, but that's just a blistering wrist shot right there by Otto. And, you know, for Tohtorit, they had to do that. They had to push for the offense. It led to a numbers situation back the other way, and Mustaa have a 3-1 lead.
3 unanswered goals as well. 90 seconds for Tohtorit as they do win the puck back. Nice interception. I knew already them all. 3 goals on 4 shots for Mustaa in this game. They've tried to rely on quality over quantity, and it has worked. As Oyala has it, the cut across the feed. Another play in front. A little bit surprised we didn't see Segasormi throw that one on net. Here's Aro again. Sends it down low. Alupekis is there. Pick up by Kerkes. Tohtorit running out of time now. 20 seconds. There's Aro to take it away. Just sends it all the way down. Mise is going to win the race for that puck. And that will pretty much do it. Here's Oyala with one more chance. But the story of Game 3, Aro takes over in the 3rd period and pushes Mustaa to within 1 win of their first ever finals appearance.
It's just, that's exactly what we expect to see out of Otto. We mentioned it in the pregame. He's going to be the catalyst for the offense for Mustaa in one way or the other, and we saw it just beautifully in that 3rd period there. Both of his goals were really kind of individual efforts, and that's what you need. You need your top players to step up when the chips are down in the clutch, and he did exactly that and put this game away for Mustaa. And now his team are one win away from putting down Tohtorit, making their first finals appearance here in the ECL Elite. What an exceptional rise to prominence that this Mustaa team has had. And Otto is such a great addition to this club.
Right here, you get a look at what was the winning goal. Again, 3-1. Your final score in this one. Latve stops 10 of 11 for Stammer, just 1 of the 4. That's going to offset some of the stats from that Exton series for him, unfortunately. And again, it was just Mustaa in that game able to do so well in terms of taking advantage of the high quality chances that they generated. Even something like that there, I mean, you got to look at that was the Oyala goal to kick things off just 56 seconds in. Kind of the mad scramble in front, but Aro to Alupekis to start off the scoring in this one. You could argue both of the opening goals, quite a bit of luck involved.
That one pierced a skate, yeah.
I think that's fair to say. But this goal here from Aro, just to find that space, and again for Stammer, I believe screened. He was in a screen animation. You could see him look to his left, and that opened up the space for Aro. So you want to collapse, but there is that risk of screening your own goaltender. That is exactly what happened there. And then this was the extra goal for him. I mean, just perfect. Stammer will feel incredibly frustrated by that, to feel like he played it well.
Yeah.
As it goes under the glove. But in terms of generating the chance, you had the players in crashing towards the goal, and that opened up space essentially for the undercut for Aro to tuck that one home.
Yeah, and that's kind of the crux of it. I mean, Aro, I talked about it a bit after the goal was scored, is that he used his own skater essentially as bait, and we saw how Kerkis and the back checker were just completely honed in on him, expecting that pass to come because he did for a moment kind of have half of a step, and it was a good look for a pass, but Otto kind of just trusted in himself and used him as bait instead and just ripped that shot away. Just a beautiful individual effort by Otto in that third period.
Well, here we are now, everybody, perhaps heading into our final game of this semifinal round. Game 4 is coming up. Mustaa 1 win away. We'll see if we can survive it. We'll see if Tohtorit can survive it. Time will tell. It's been a long run up to this point, as the playoffs typically are. The voice, will it hold on? Will Tohtorit hold on? We'll find out in a few moments. Stick with us.
Welcome to the SportsGamer Health and Performance Program. Nice to have you here. Here you have a large amount of different workouts from Wellnet, but also material just exclusive for you gamers. In your sessions, we focus mostly on neck and shoulder mobility, back health, and concentration. So give it a try and let us know what you think about it.
Strong, beautiful zone entry, a couple quick passes there, and Oyala able to bury it right there.
And then trips his way back. On the feet in front, they score.
In the body position, that Alupekas was able to be able to tuck that one home. Not a whole lot Scammer could do on that. Beautiful response for Mustaa.
Of the man advantage here for Tohtorit. Arlo back for Marcus takes the feed in front, but the defense is able to break up this one all the way back towards for the pocket of Karkas. 4 seconds. Now 2. Gonna look for the play in front. They found it, but a big save. At least a little bit of space for Tohtorit, but the pass off the mark. Aro's onside, tried the toe drag to get into space. As they like circling. Wrap around it. Extended one at that here. Harlow holds on to it. No shot on. Often covered by Yellow looking. Harlow. The shot broke. Enough. Ship just wide. Face off here. Owned by Tohtorit. Yellow. The shot towards goal. Great job. Great acceleration. Here's Aro. He scores! Alupekas with him. Aro scores!
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
All right, everybody, we are back. And, well, as you can see, the action underway caught us off guard a little bit. But it is game number 4, and we're very lucky to not miss a goal on that one, given that Tohtorit had scored within that first minute in game number 3. But it is game 4 underway. Tohtorit now needing to win 4 games in a row. And we will see if they are able to do so here. And you got to start somewhere, and it starts with 1 here in game 4.
Yeah, absolutely, and just baby steps at this point here, but I think Mustaa-Kultaa's got to be feeling really good about that last game. It's essentially a come-from-behind victory, but I mean, they were only ever down by 1 goal, and they immediately got it back and then just played a really tight defensive game and just capitalized on their opportunities. But feel in this game, if they want to close things out, you know, Tohtorit's going to be even more desperate. Got to find a way to get a few more shots on goal.
Go. The action continues on straight into an offside. But gonna be very interested to see how this one plays out. Of course, game number 3, the first game here of tonight. The offense, you know, pretty consistent up until the second period, where it really started to settle back more into a trap game, which looks like it might have favored Tohtorit, except Mustaa made the most of those limited chances. Tried to weave through, wasn't able to do so. Tohtorit over the line again. For either these two teams to be on the cusp of making it to the finals like they are is already an accomplishment. But to come this far and still fall short, what neither side was looking for. Chance there. Here's Alopekis along the half wall and quickly won back by Tohtorit. Seeing a similar style to this game so far. Not too much sustained offense on either side.
No, not at all. It's just a lot of quick possessions back and forth, good bumps cleanly over the line. And then when they do take it in, if they're along the boards, great job and great support, just being able to wedge them out and kind of just, you know, hem them along the boards and force the puck loose and then get it back going the other way. Just one shot apiece here, and we're getting towards the tail end of that first period. You see that
side all there as well. Interesting to see Tohtorit, though, go back to the dump and chase. And like you mentioned, first period of game 3, they were having quite a bit of success.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to kind of say. And it's good to see them going back to that. We saw it a couple times in the third period as well, but not as often as I'd like to see, especially given how that first period went there. They do have the puck in the O-zone, though.
Marcus circles back. Feed into the middle. Profile Lapaki just not able to get that shot on net. Mustaa in front for Aro. He scores. And Mustaa grab the lead here in game number 4 as Aro looks to be unstoppable tonight.
Just beautifully done right there by Mustaa. I mean, beautiful force play that they get, you know, you can say lucky with, but it was great job by Mustaa to kind of delay right there. Finds himself in space, just holds onto it, has a couple different options to pass, and is able to find Otto right there on the back door, and he taps it in. That's now 3 of Mustaa goals in a row for him. Look, yeah, he actually picks it up on the backhand, is able to go 5-hole with it. So just a good job of adjustment by Otto right there, and Mustaa continuing where they left off, now in the driver's seat for this game number 4.
Yet another goal for Aro. Make that now 12. And this his 9th playoff game. Second in league scoring, if I'm not mistaken, with 40 goals. Only trailing Vatu, who he could be, well, 2 periods away from here, having a showdown with an Assembly in a month's time.
Yeah, and that's definitely a matchup that one might look forward to, but it's far from over. Again, Tohtorit, they just need to try to work their way back. It's just about baby steps. Just get that next goal, try to get the next one there, and then figure out a way to close this game out, live to fight another day, and move on to the next. But Mustaa are just opportunists, making the most out of their chances time and time again.
Final 90 seconds of this period here. More struggles for Tohtorit on the zone entry, still held to just 1 shot here in the first. tries to get things going. Finds Pro Filipaki with speed. 5 seconds now. Broken up by Aro. And Sin. That has to be the theme for me of what we've seen so far here tonight is not only the goal scoring capabilities of Aro, but man, the defensive abilities as well. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit off the mark, but in terms of the hype level that Aro had heading into the Elite Division, getting those Nicky Dangle vibes just a little bit, you know? I mean, you know, if Nicky was a little bit more of a sniper as opposed to the playmaker that he is, especially playing on a line with Vatu, but just to be so good offensively and still have those defensive, you know, the defensive acumen that he does, it's something to behold.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen Otto, you know, a few years ago, started out, at least from when we started covering him, was on Jyväskylä, and now on this Mustakolta team, he is just really come into his own. We saw incredible flashes of offensive capabilities, and now, yeah, as you said, his two-way game is incredible, and you know, he's just finds ways to score in clutch situations. So yeah, I think you can absolutely put those Nicky Dangles vibes on him, because he is coming up in a huge way for his team in this series.
Mr. Dangles seems to agree about being more of a pure sniper, but in fairness, we digress. As second period is underway here, of course, the action always brought to you by our friends at Kouvola and Lockracy. It is game number 4, Mustakolta, 1 win away. Finals goal record for now, by the way. Until who knows what Vatu might do next month. Might have to sabotage him to keep your own record. Walk down low, wrap around bid, sealed off well by Latve. Not an official shot on net though. A space here. Alupek has a lot of speed, tries to cut in. Defense read it well. There's in control. Already 5 minutes gone here in the second as well. Another offside call on Tohtorit. You have to wonder if frustration's mounting.
I would assume it is. I mean, yeah, and again, I really liked a lot of the creative dump plays. I know you can't do it every single time, and clean entries is something that every team kind of wants, but right now it just doesn't quite seem to be there. And so I think maybe a couple of those little saucer plays, they do get it in right now.
Back wall, back in front, and somehow Oyala not able to tuck that one as Latve makes the save. Best chance of the game for Tohtorit so far as the play in front there. Aro just wasn't able to get squared to it. It's on both sides of the ice. Another offside call here on Tohtorit. They got to figure out some kind of way to get their offense going. I mean, that was a pretty good chance that they just had, but that's really the only A-grade chance that they've had in this game. And we're already almost midway through the second period, so it's coming down to zone entries. And as of right now, Mustakolta winning that battle really on both sides of the puck. They get it in once again. Shot from Alupek is denied. And Tohtorit will slow things down. Alta back in control. The line and broken up. As we will have a penalty called here. Yeah. Launen heading to the box.
Yeah, tried to get that stick lift off so he could get to that puck right there, but just kind of hit it a little bit too early and wasn't in a great position for that stick lift. So yeah, he'll be heading to the box for that hooking. And Tohtorit, this is the moment right here. This is what you have to capitalize on.
One here and cleared out. Tohtorit, a tremendous chance to try and tie this game. Marcus across, they score. Taking advantage of the power play and tying this game up. A D-to-D one-timer, just not from the location you'd expect to see it from.
Yeah, but that's just exactly what Sega Sormy kind of needed, you know, coming into the day. Just had 3 assists throughout the playoffs so far. No goals. That is his first of the playoffs, and it couldn't have come at a bigger moment for his team on the man advantage to tie things up. And I loved that move from Kerkis right there, kind of driving the net, pulls it. Looks like he was going to shoot. I was pretty convinced he was going to shoot. Had a good look at it. Passes it over to Sega Sormy, and he makes no mistake putting that one home on the short side. And tie game now, and that's what we were saying earlier. Mustaa Kultaa don't want to give Tohtorit the opportunity to get their power play going, and got going right there.
It's over the line. We'll see. They can double up. Keep that momentum going, but here's Aro across. Penalty called, as there was an all-out effort to stop that shot from happening.
It was just a rough turnover in the neutral zone right there, and Otto unfortunately didn't have a ton of stamina, so he couldn't really make the most out of it, but he still did something there. As you can see, he makes the pass over, they get the shot away, and they draw out the penalty. I believe that's Profilipaki going to be sitting in the box now. We get a chance to see Mustaa Kultaa's power play go to work.
Draw. There is an equalizing power play here. As Aro down low. And Mise at the point, avoiding pressure from Oyala. Down low. Look for Launinen. Tried to go back across. Oyala's there to pick it off and send it out.
Not quite sure who he was trying to kind of find right there. I didn't see anyone in a terrific one-timer position. I would have just as soon kind of pulled the trigger right there and get something on net. Trying to pass that across. Was a Yamal there. It was intercepted.
Face off in the attacking zone. Power play just about over. As the puck is chipped out, and indeed, we will be back to 5-on-5. As Oyala tried to make the move past Mise. What a strong night he's had. But here is Harlow. The force in front, they score. As Tohtorit are not done yet. They grab the lead here in the second period with Oyala finding the back of the net.
Yeah, just very similar to how the Mustaa Kultaa goal went in. They just kind of put that one in front, and Oyala getting rewarded by just kind of driving the net right there. And that's a huge, huge moment for Tohtorit now, as they're able to come back and score 2 in a row and put themselves in the driver's seat for this game here. And 4 goaltenders, they haven't faced a ton of shots collectively, and quite a few goals have gone in.
Launinen tries to hold. Oyala knocks it loose. 2 minutes left in the period. Total miscommunication there for Mustaa Kultaa.
Too sure what you're trying to go for right there, as Mise just thought he was going to carry that in, but I think 2 forwards were actually over the blue line at that point. So good job by Tohtorit kind of making their stand at the blue line, and Mustaa Kultaa got a lot to think about as the second period comes to a close. They need to find a way to not only tie this game up, but try to close this series out. The more kind of chances you give to a team, the more it can come back to bite you here. And they don't want to start the trend of that happening right now. They want to just close this team out, put your foot on your opponent's throats, and just be able to finish them off before they really start to get something going. But now Tohtorit back in the driver's seat. They're going to have one more. Oh, no.
It's for Aro. 3 seconds left. Oyala going to try to get a shot off here. Over for Profilipaki, and they run out of time.
Whoa.
Surprising few chances there at the end.
Yes, thought they were just slowing things down, looking for one more rush. Otto had different plans and nearly able to bury it right there and tie things up. That would have been disastrous, but that's exactly what Aro is going to attempt to do time and time again. And saw that defensive skill stick ability kind of come into play right there. But it's a 2-1 lead for Tohtorit. However tenuous, they do have that lead. And again, just about baby steps. You got to be able to find a way to close this one out, then just move on and start a new game. Try to just continue to go back and get those advantages where they can. But it's a tough kind of a mountain that they have to climb. And with Aro out there, it just feels even tougher. I mean, he's just so dangerous no matter where he is. That just came completely out of nowhere. He just flew up the ice seemingly, stripped that puck and got a one-on-one situation with the goaltender. Solid stop, but yeah, it's Tohtorit going to have to be careful with that. They cannot relax at any point throughout the rest of this series here. They have to be able to play with desperation. They have to be cognizant of where, their opponents are, where their outlets are, where their bailout passes are. I mean, everything has to be near perfect from here on out.
For Tohtorit, it is win or go home. They are up 2-1 here in this game, but down 3-0 in the best of 7. You have to take it one game at a time. Start off with the win here, force game 5. That is the goal. Have an offensive zone face-off here on out, and here on out, of course, again, as you mentioned, having to be pretty much perfect, right? I mean, it starts here, face-offs as well, especially in the attacking zone.
First game, Harlow was brilliant in the dot here, but great job by Launen coming back in this game and getting a lot more of those key draw wins.
That's puck dumped into the far side and recovered. The hip check. Actually, lose chance there. Just kind of wait with bated breath to see if Aro's going to be able to get it and make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, he's the one who knocks the puck loose, and I'm pretty sure he was the one to get that shot away as well. It's a beautiful hip check. I love that dump play around the boards, but that was very, very well played by the defender of Tohtorit right there to just completely slow it down, knock that puck loose again.
And the shot, they score! Aro again. I'm not quite sure what happened as Stammer was way on the other side of the net.
It was deflected, and I thought initially it was deflected by one of the Mustaa Kultaa, but no, it's
right there.
Yeah, off of the knee of the defender right there. I believe that would have been Segasormi. That's an unfortunate break, but again, shoot the puck. Puck's on net. Good things can happen. That's just a brilliant face-off play right there. Second time in a row, he went with the stick lift and won it directly to Aro. He just takes that shot on, gets rewarded with a goal. And this one is all tied up.
Sometimes when it's your night, it is just your night, and it feels like that could be the case. For Mustaa Kultaa, the big deflection in front. Ties this game up at 2. There's Alopekas, the low shot, stopped and covered by Stammer.
I like the mentality here from Mustaa Kultaa, just throwing it on from all kinds of different angles, and they're even seemingly just trying to force out those face-offs too, because they have such trust in what Launenen's doing.
Off the face-off. Great defense to offense. Wanted the one-timer, a bit too predictable.
Beautiful interception.
The pro full of hockey on the short side, and a big save by Latve.
Hasn't had to come up big too many times in this game so far. But I mean, that's about as big as it gets here in the third period there. In tight right there. He's just trying to either force that through the 5-hole or maybe find some space on the short side. He just holds his ground.
Say in control. Kultaa in the line, but Aro not able to break through. And a pass back for Kerkus, no pickup. Gonna have a foot race for it. Hip check doesn't That puck loose. Good job by Sega Sormi. Hold on to it. We approach the halfway point of the third period. This will dump this one in, but no chase given. Coming in for Alupeka's defense there to take it away. Trouble again. Aro just right place, right time to be so disruptive. Ofulapaki gets leveled. Mustaa back in control. Ariamal has help from Aro. Launanen helped break that one up. Tohtorit in possession. Arcus for Harlow. Spin and a big save by Latve. Puck still loose. Back to the point. Sega Sormi's shot rejected. As Oyala down low, kicks back up the wall. Sega Sormi tries to throw it on. Ofulapaki looks to go across. Now tries to throw it on. Both times rejected.
Really good pressure by Tohtorit right here. And Mustaa just having to kind of survive and slow things down here. But yeah, they can't even cross the line right there. I loved seeing that last sequence from Tohtorit. They couple nice different looks, and then they just kind of got into the mentality of almost trying to throw almost everything on net. That spin shot from the centerman, huge save, and then somehow the puck stays loose. They're the ones to jump on it and kind of keep things alive and get a few more opportunities out of it. And that's the kind of tenacity that they need to show to be able to kind of inch their way back into the series.
As Oyala tried the toe drag shot, defense able to break it up. Final 3 minutes of regulation. Tohtorit need to score to keep their season alive. If Mustaa called to score, they are very likely the ones that will head to the finals. Take on Parasite as we have just 88 seconds left in regulation.
It's crunch time right now. This is where you need kind of those difference makers to step up and make that kind of difference. We've seen Aro do it for Mustaa, and someone step up on the side of Tohtorit.
Aro tried the last second pass, doesn't work out. Another stoppage.
And we've seen a couple different looks like that from Mustaa. They haven't been super clean on their break-in attempts throughout the course of this period, especially as things have gone on, and Tohtorit's been able to put a lot more pressure on.
Here they go back to the dump and chase. Oyala not able to find follow-up pass, but Mustaa, they can't do the same. They ice the puck.
Yeah, they're just not clean in the neutral zone right now. And so they're trying to just get things up the ice a little bit too quickly, or when they're at the line, they want something a bit too perfect. And look at what Tohtorit's doing now, just trying to dump plays, then try to establish the possession.
Kultaa have it here. 35 seconds remain. Dump in. Alupekas avoids pressure. Launanen tried to go in front. Ofulapaki's there to take it away. Tries the big outlet pass to Oyala. Intercepted by Ariamal, who carries in. Corner now down low. Looking up by Karkas. The puck. The other corner. 11 seconds. Tohtorit in control. No icing here. Arlo for Oyala, shot it through the blue paint. Ofulapaki to the point. And the pass is off the mark. We head to overtime here in game number 4. As Tohtorit's in.
Oh, that hurts.
So close to avoiding the overtime and taking game 4 in regulation.
He put it through the 5-hole, but it skitters through the blue paint and goes wide on the far side. That is just tough. That was such a nice play by Oyala to get that shot away with not a whole lot of time left. And I believe he was even the one to take that spin shot a little bit earlier. Yeah, he was. Or no, sorry, that was Harlow. And yeah, that's a bit of a tough situation right there. But wow. Overtime. I mean, it's tough when your season comes down to a sudden death situation, but that's the situation which Tohtorit finds themselves in. They have the advantage in the time on attack, but we've seen a different mentality from Mustaa, where they were just kind of throwing a lot of shots on and then crashing the net here. And for Tohtorit, maybe they want to try that a bit more. We saw a couple looks like that at times, but a lot of the time it really looks like they're looking for that dagger and they're looking for that perfect play. And I actually thought that was going to be the one that skittered through the blue paint, but that was just that short side save off of a Profilapaki that's Latve made. But overtime, I mean, season on the line for Tohtorit, for Mustaa Kultaa, a chance to punch your ticket into the ECL Elite Finals at Assembly here. See what they're able to do, but they're not able to cross the blue line there as Tohtorit's blue line stand continues to be strong.
See who is going to find that next goal and what it will mean for this series. Harlow for Profilapaki, back to Harlow, blocked, loose puck. Profilapaki recovers. They go to Harlow again, it's broken up. Arcus tried to maintain the zone. Was hounded by Aro. Arcus for Oyala, they are onside. What a poke check by Aro. Does he have the pace? He does! And a save by Stammer. What a save to keep the series alive, at least for now. As Alupeka steps in, hit the post. Might have gone off the shoulder first. The feed down low. Was intercepted. Great avoidance by Oyala. Tries to go across, just out of the reach of Profilapaki. Mariamal has it knocked away. Alupekas there to recover. As Mise at the point. He did a one-timer and a good opportunity again for Mustaa Kultaa. What an outlet for Oyala. Can he survive the backhand on? Stopped by Latve. Another poke check there by Aro. Oyala stepping in. Tried to find Sega Sormi. Aro the interception. Alupekas again has a few options. Avoid some pressure. Pass intercepted though. We're halfway through this overtime. Here's Oyala one more time. Good hit by Mise. Numbers for Mustaa Kultaa. Mise across and a good chance. Not sure if that was his intended target as Aro was going to look for the wrap. There's Arcus the dump to the far side corner. They are onside, but elect not to chase. As Mise just steps right into the attacking zone. Becker's back to him. Job there by Mise, continuing to step in, wanted to go low. Has to go back to Launanen. Mariamal the shot, and a loose puck that is won by Karkas with Alupekas on the doorstep.
Yeah, he took a swipe at that too.
There's Oyala across for Profilapaki, saved by Latve. Arcus in control for Profilapaki. Loose puck is recovered by Alupekas. A tremendous pace here in this overtime. As Aro onside sends it towards goal, and Stammer is able to keep it out.
Face off and went away from full pressure though. Mustaa Kultaa, Launanen is able to get this win. Yeah, I thought we might see the timeout right there, and we indeed are going to see it. So yeah, that won't be the case. And I mean, yeah, you trust your centerman, but anything can happen if it's a tie up, a 50-50, and you know, they can just, if they force a turnover, they have that full pressure, and that's not the situation that you want to be in here in overtime. So I believe both teams now have called their timeouts.
We get ready here. The offensive zone draw, whether or not they are on the cusp of full pressure or not, it is still an opportunity. But a clean win there for Harlow. Just looking for space. Oyala there to help. Harlow back to the forehand shot on. And a glove save for Latve.
I like that look coming out from Harlow right there, just kind of spinning around, just putting one on. You never know what can happen. Looked like he was shooting low right there for a rebound as well, but Lotte able to get the glove on it.
Zaro secures it. And a good break up there by Segastorm to take it away as we approach the final minute. Numbers here. Profilipaki shot blocked down. Patience along the half wall. Oyala has it now. Mise there to contest him. Still battling with Profilipaki. Oyala comes up and then throws the shot on. This puck is won back by Mustaa, looking to get something going down the other way. Aro looking in front, loose puck, and Stammer is the one to find it. Anxious moment there, though, with the puck bouncing around in front.
Yeah, always scary for a goaltender. He is able to find it, but another offensive zone draw here from Mustaa. Another clean win from Harlow. He's been tremendous in this overtime.
Over the line, Harlow. Pass down low, doesn't go. Aro has it. Goes over to Mise. Mise looking to step in. Good job by the defense. Tired legs for Oyala. He'll drop back. Final rush attempt, presumably of this overtime, belongs to Tohtorit. That pass off the mark. Warrimal will hold, and we are heading to double overtime here in game number 4.
That one just seemed to fly by right there. Not a whole ton of stoppages, except for maybe a little bit early on in the period with a couple offsides. But yeah, that was just high-flying action from both of these two teams. Several chances on either side, but goaltenders able to make the saves when called upon. I mean, you can feel it. This is an elimination game. You know, for Tohtorit, if they fail to win this, you know, they're going home. For Mustaa, if they are able to find that next goal, they are headed to Assembly for the ECL Elite Finals. A lot on the line here. You see kind of Tohtorit changing that mentality. They were taking a few more shots from, you know, maybe places that aren't guaranteed to, you know, get a goal, but you can get a secondary chance out of it, maybe force a face-off. And with the way Harlow's doing, I would take an offensive zone face-off, you know, anytime right now.
Yet another look here. The glove saves. By Lotte. Get ready again now. Double overtime. Mustaa get the next goal. They are off to the finals. Tohtorit get the next goal. And we will have a game 5. Segastorm tried to hit Profilipaki. Passed. Right had the juice. As we say, wanted Launinen. Defense was there to break it up. This for Harlow. Finds Profilipaki. Net drive and another save by Lotte. Wasn't able to find the pass. Still some good forechecking pressure here. 2 men up for Mustaa. Interception by Alapekas. Here's Aro. Can he make the play? Aro tried the short side. Looked like that shot was going to be wide anyway, but he does get an ozone draw at it.
Yeah, and that could be huge for him. I know Harlow's been doing really good, but at some point, you know, Launinen's going to win another one of these faceoffs. This would be a heck of a time for his team if he did it right now.
Another win in their own zone for Tohtorit. Harlow over the line. Knocked loose. Oyala couldn't hold on to it. And a penalty called here. Profilipaki is going to head to the box for tripping. And this could be the moment for Mustaa.
Yeah, and this, you know, he's just holding that, or trying to get that. No, actually, I thought he was going to do the defensive skill stick, but I think that was just a poke right there. It goes directly into the feet of the defender as he's trying to kind of break that one out. This is a massive moment for Mustaa here to be able to close this series out.
High up on the draw. Oyala has it. Sends it all the way down. Back into the zone. Nwariamal looking. Steps in. Takes the shot. Glove save. By Stammer, but a great look by the defender.
Yeah, I really like that. Not much hesitation on that either. Just kind of skates into a good location. Trying to pick that far side. Doesn't do it, but forces yet another face-off.
Puck sent back to the neutral zone. Job by Misei stopping it from going further down. Mustaa halfway through their power play, but they're in on the attack here. Alupekos back to Misei. Stepping again, goes across for Aro. Crucial block by Sega Stormy. 20 seconds now. Nwariamal goes back across. Misei recovers. Final 5 seconds of the man advantage. Launinen can't hold. Bouncing puck. Here is Profilipaki. We're back to 5-on-5. The spin. Mustakolta's defense survives. Oyala to say, or I was going to say to Profilipaki. I thought he was going to drop back to Sega Stormy. He kept going. Wasn't able to hold on to it. Halfway through double overtime. Game number 4. As Misei and Alupekos stifled at the line. Continue on.
Yeah, and this is why possession is so important, why face-offs are so important. It can be tough at times to be able to gain that line, and Harlow has really gotten the better of Launinen in the draws as this game continues on, and he wins another one right there. But it was, I think, 3 straight defensive zone draws that he won, and that was just huge for his squad.
Filipaki centering feed, nobody there but the opposition. Launinen for Aro. Back down low, now to Nwariamal. One-timer from Misei. Tremendous glove save by Stammer. Oyala having trouble here. Heavy forechecking pressure from Mustakolta. Arcus going to carry this one all the way in. Tried to go low. Nwariamal is there. Aro for Alupekos. Right, the cutback. Defense knocks it loose. 3.5 to go. Tohtorit looking for the break-in. Oyala circles. Profilipaki shot blocked. Second chance. Arcus from the point. That one blocked as well. Profilipaki shot wanted the Oyala deflection. Might have gotten it. They keeps it out though. As Alupekos looking, finds Aro, broken up by blue line trap. Big outlet pass for Oyala. Has a step on Misei. He scores! And Tohtorit live to see another game. A double overtime victory to keep their season alive. And game 5, well, that's coming up in just a few minutes.
That is going to feel like a bit of a missed opportunity on the side of Mustakolta. They have the power play. They got several good opportunities. They failed to capitalize, and you know, their zone entry wasn't very good throughout the course of the game, and when they did get it in there sometimes, they got knocked off as they tried to get themselves established. They got the cycle going a few times, but nothing super dangerous. But that was just beautiful by Oyala right there to kind of sidestep the defender, get himself into a prime shooting location, and just rips that one home on the glove side of Latve. And Tohtorit survive, make it a 3-1 series, and avoid the sweep here. But the mountain is still steep, and they've got a long way to climb here to continue to get back into it if they want to somehow, you know, find a way to do the unthinkable and get the reverse sweep.
So Tohtorit do in fact live to see another day here. They get the double overtime victory, as there will be no sweep in this one. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Maybe a missed opportunity, especially that last power play that Mustaa had, and not being able to find that breakthrough.
Yeah, it's, you know, the opportunities were there. I really feel like they played a very good game, but it's all it takes is one moment, right? And Oyala's a great winger right there, just able to kind of cut around the defender, and you know, it's just the little things. And for me, it was really so many of those defensive zone draws. I mean, you take a look at that, bit of a lucky goal, you know, go off of the leg of the defender, but that's why you just rip those shots on, and that's what we see Otto doing time and time again. But I'd like to see his teammates do it a little bit more as well. They have, you know, it's not like they're never shooting and Otto's the only one to shoot, but he just always seems to have a lot of the times that shoot first mentality, and that's oftentimes what you need to get the job done here. There's a couple good looks on the power play, some D2D one-timers, but that's a moment that they're going to look back on and really feel like they let it slip away. That's a prime opportunity to deliver the dagger. And, you know, quite shortly after that power play expires, Tohtorit gets back to 5-on-5. They're able to sort of find that rush opportunity and put it home right there. So, you know, tough one to swallow for Mustaa, but the fact is they put themselves in a tremendous position throughout the course of this series. Now, you know, still holding on to the lead. Now it's just 3-1, but they have a lot of 3 more chances to be able to close this out. Then again, you open yourself up. If Tohtorit's able to pull out another one, then maybe the doubt starts to creep in for Mustaa. So you want to avoid that. You got to have that killer instinct. You got to have that mentality to go in there, just close things out here in the next one. Don't even keep it close. If you're Mustaa, like, score on them early, keep the pressure on often. Don't allow them a second to breathe.
I think you absolutely nailed it. So with that, game number 5 coming up in just a matter of moments. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
That shot on net. Misee in front for Aro. He scores.
Maybe a couple of those little saucer plays. They do get it in right now.
Back wall, back in front.
And as of right now, Mustaa winning that battle really on both sides of the puck and get it in once again.
We will have a penalty called here. Marcus across, they score. You'd expect to see it from.
Yeah, that's just exactly what Segasormi kind of needed. You know, coming into today, just had 3 assists throughout the playoffs so far.
They can double up. Momentum going, but here's Aro across. Penalty.
Trying to kind of find right there. I didn't see anyone in a terrific one-timer position. I would have just assumed kind of pulled the trigger right there. It's on net, is it?
Here is Arlo. Force in front, they score.
The goal went in. They just kind of put that one in front and opponents' throats and just be able to finish them off before they really start to get something going. But now Tohtorit back in the driver's seat. They're going to have one more. Oh, no.
3 seconds left. Oyala going to try to get a shot off here. Over for Profilapaki, and they run out of time. Shot, they score! Aro
of the defender right there. I believe that would have been Segasormi. And that's an unfortunate break.
Face off. Great defense to offense. Wanted the one-timer, a bit too predictable. As for Oyala, they are onside. What a poke check by Aro. Does he have the pace? He does! And a save to keep the series alive, at least for now. Olivecka steps in, hit the post, hit by Misee. Numbers for Mustaa. Misee across and a good chance by Misee. Continuing to step in, wanted to go low. Go back to Loudon. Oh, the shot and a loose puck fun by Carcass with Olivecka on the doorstep.
Took a swipe at that too.
So he'll across for Profile. He tremendous pace here in this overtime. As Haro onside sends it towards goal. Up there. Sega Storm to take it away as we approach the final minute. Numbers here. Profilapaki shot blocked down. He's saved there to contest him. Still battling with Profilapaki. Oyola comes up with it, throws the shot on. Down the other way. Haro looking in front. Blues puck and Stammer is the one to find it. Man up for Mustaa. Set by Alapektas. Here's Haro. And he makes the play. Haro tried the short side. Low over the line. Knock loose. Oyola hold on to it. And a penalty called here. Zone, Mariamal looking. Steps in. Takes it in for Haro. Back down low. Now to Mariamal. One timer from me. And Tohtorit live to see another overtime victory to keep their season alive. And game 5, well, that's coming up in just a few minutes.
That
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
Everybody, we are back. A big thank you for sticking with us here at SportsGamer. We have a game 5. It wasn't looking to be, well, the most likely at a certain point, but Tohtorit survived and got the win that they needed and to get the first great chance of this game around the opening minutes. All of a sudden now a deflection bid chance there. This is a team that's going to be playing with confidence in. They beat them once. They beat them in the regular season as well, of course. They are going to have that confidence that they can pull off this comeback.
And for Mustaa, again, they got to try to put it behind them. You know, try to get yourself in a good position in this one.
Moved around here. Rounding in for Yamal over to Mise. The shot deflects. Catapult for the hockey in front for Oyola. Couldn't quite get it through. Bouncing puck there, settled down. Shot attempt again. Strong start here for Tohtorit. And, well, for Mustaa, it almost got worse.
Yeah, that was a bit of an odd play right there, just kind of saucing that back, but it goes off the boards and into the goaltend. They're just struggling to find the locations they want to find.
As Harlow not able to make the play. Oyala, good chance. 4th shot on goal for Tohtorit. And a very strong start for them. Chance there, good breakup. Down the other way for Oyala. Again, and a chance for Harlow somehow. That one doesn't end up in the back of the nets.
Latve's had to make some good saves right now, but his skaters, they got to step things up and try to relieve some of the pressure here.
A shot, they score! And so similar to game number 3, all the pressure for Tohtorit in the opening. But it is Mustaa that strike first.
And who else but Otto? I mean, just a beautiful play from up high to down low right there as Otto's cutting across the goaltender. Not a whole lot that Stammer couldn't do on that one. As you see here, he gets around, just finds that little bit of space in between 2 defenders there and makes no mistake. Otto, once again, the hero, gets laid out for his troubles, but he'll take it and his team will take it. I mean, just remember the saves from Latve early on. He really had to bail his team out, and Mustaa able to get the first one of the game.
As over the line, Aro trying to make something happen here yet again. Do so on that occasion. Arlo. Not able to work his way through. Here's Aro back over the line. Toe drags into space. Defense able to take care of him at the last moment. There's Launen. Shot and a big glove saved by Stammer on the attempt from the point.
Nice different look there from Mustaa, trying to throw a few different things to just kind of keep Stammer on his toes right now, and again, keep the defense on their toes as well. But once again, Harlow terrific in the defensive end on the draws, wins another one. Tohtorit go offside on their attempted zone entry.
Face-off coming up here, 3:21 remaining in this period. As Launen keeps it in for Mise. Launen again and rattles around. Big hit. Even from Aro, intercepted by Carcass. Final minute of this first period. And dumped in, 5 seconds left. One back by Alupekas, and that will do it for the first. Mustaa striking first.
Yeah, but some really good chances on the side of Tohtorit. Several times they're able to get a skater behind the defense and is able to get a point-blank shot on, but every single time Latve was able to make the save here. So for Tohtorit, they are playing well, but they have been able to capitalize on their opportunities. We'll see if that kind of comes back to haunt them here. And for Mustaa, you know, they've done a pretty good job. I like that they just started kind of throwing a couple pucks on and not looking for all those A-grade opportunities. I love the shot from the point, trying to get some traffic, try to get some rebounds here. But again, they have to keep that killer instinct. They get kind of, you know, caught a little bit early on. They were able to clean things up, but that's definitely not what you want to have happen, is that many, you know, A-grade opportunities behind your defense, kind of almost in one-on-one situations with your goaltender. They're going to have to be a little bit more cognizant of that, but at the same time, they cannot allow themselves to sit back. It's one goal. Tohtorit have shown time and time again that they're able to score when they need to, and especially in that last game, getting the overtime winner. So for Mustaa here, they got to find ways to generate some offense. They do have good time on attack, but again, I'd like to see a few more shots, trying to get some rebounds, try to get some deflections. Just again, keep the pressure on Tohtorit. Play defense by playing good offense when you can.
The second period gets underway here. Of course, as always, the action brought to you by our friends at Kovalan Lockertzy. Aro with a great chance to open up the period. There's movement here in the attacking zone for Mustaa. That pass off the mark. 17.5 minutes to go here in the second. Again, game number 5. It took double overtime. Tohtorit to get the winner. In game number 4, they trail here. One-timer from Alupeka's juicy rebound. Nobody there. And space now for Oyala. Tries the quick little inside-outside move, and another close call there. Doesn't find its way through. The attacking zone now. The feed in front, they score! And we have ourselves a tie game as Oyala scores again. What a night he's having.
Beautiful response right there by Tohtorit. It's on the rush right there. A little kind of double handoff between the centerman and the winger, and Oyala just kind of going to that backdoor position, finds the space, and gets that body position just ever so slightly to get that shot away, beating Latve, and Tohtorit have tied this game.
A big, big result there. To say the least. That puck intercepted. Movement here from Mustaa. Find a bit of a response. Puck down low, taken away. Offside call here with 11 minutes to go.
That's a really good step up by Segasornami right there on the point, not allowing him to gain the line for free. Gets the hit away, knocking the puck loose, forcing the offside.
Have Tohtorit here look to settle this one down. But on the attempt, they end up being offside.
We'll see just when they're going to want to kind of go back to some of those dump plays that have been so successful for them throughout the course of this series. They always kind of seem to break it out, you know, at a lot of different times. And again, that's so smart by them, trying to keep their opponent on the toes.
Dumped over to that far side corner. Here. Up to it again. Aro. Back. Alupeka's shot is blocked. Up ahead again. Broken up. Break up. Here's Pro Filipaki. Arcus rifles one through. Nobody on the other side of it. All to settle down. They look for the dump and chase. They're going to win it. Big hit, though. Knocks Alupekas off the puck. Pass interrupted. Oyala looking to get going down the other way. He'd like to drop it back, and they maintain possession.
Yeah, it just had no support right there, and about 4 different white jerseys were closing in on him fast. Uh-oh.
Arcus breaks his stick. Alupekas with space, looking, and took a little bit too long. Make that decision.
Yeah, gotta get that shot away sooner. You had a broken stick situation. Yes, he was right by the bench, but you had that split second. You had the space. Got to figure out a way to get that puck on net right there.
And here, final moments of the period. Puck turned over. Alupekas over the line. Carcass broke it up. That will do it. We head to the third period. High game at this stage. Still a whole lot to play for.
Yeah, a whole heck of a lot to play for here. And if you're Mustaa, got to try to clean things up. They're hesitating a little bit too much on the offensive side of the puck for my liking. They're not being decisive enough with what they want to do, and they've got a lot of kind of turnovers to show for it at the end of the day. And on the side of Tohtorit, they are definitely being a bit more decisive with things. They're ripping some shots when they need to. With most importantly, their neutral zone play has been really, really good. We saw at the end of that period, it really kind of turned into a back and forth sort of trap affair with a lot of changes of possession near the blue lines there. But Mustaa Kultaa all kinds of time on attack, but they're averaging less than 1 shot per minute right now, and they're just, again, it just comes back to not really being decisive. They want those great A-grade opportunities, sure, but think about how you've scored some of the other goals, particularly when it comes to Aro's goals. He's just, a lot of times just ripping the puck off from decent enough locations to be able to at least get a rebound off of it or force a face off, something like that. And I would like to see, again, that mentality shift to some of these other plays right there. Alupekas on that last one in the broken stick for Kerkas on that sequence just took way too much time with the puck and just allowed it to be stripped off of him for free. So I'd love to see a bit more want to pull the trigger here.
Oh, it's a wraparound bid and a good save by Latve. Close call there yet again. I mean, Tohtorit have been so good at that, getting those chances in the opening few moments of a period. Arcus down low. Down and in for Alupekas. Can't get that shot through. Big hit there. Oyala is going to be dealing with an injury. Ise for Launen. Nuardiamal pinching in. Aro down low. A jam towards that short side. Defense is there. A little one-timer from distance for Pro Filipaki. Good save and another chance. It's up over the glass on the far side.
I really hope that was deflected for his stake. But yeah, I love that. The high zone one-timers. We don't see it super often, but it's always kind of dangerous. But good save right there from Latve coming out. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Tohtorit willing to kind of throw those pucks on from a lot of different locations. And Mustaa Kultaa just, I think they're just trying to be a little bit too perfect right now, a little bit too pretty, and they're getting into a situation where, sure, they got the time on attack, but they're not ripping these pucks on. They got nothing to show for it.
Face off, a scramble for it that Launen comes up and turns it over to Harlow, and a big save. They needed to make that stop, that's for sure. Contact there at the line. Offside with 12:37 to play.
It's really kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Every single possession means so much more at any stage, particularly on the side of Tohtorit, and that's why you're kind of seeing them a lot more willing to throw pucks on. They know how important that next goal is going to be, particularly for them with the season on the line.
Ball keeps alive. Launen can't get the shot off. Chance now. And down the other way. Just wait. And wait and wait for this next goal to turn the tide. Chance from Aro in front for Launen, kept out by Stammer. Another close call. Now Oyala has the space to break away. He scores! Tohtorit refusing to go quietly. They grab the lead here in the third.
That's just a misplay by Mustaa in the offensive end. Working it on the point. I love that part. Not getting the shot away. They pass it towards the middle where all the bodies are, and the shot just is not able to get away because there's a defender right in his face. The puck gets turned over, and Oyala off to the races, and he's able to bury it on Latve and Tohtorit. 2-1 now at the tail end of the third period, and this is what I'm talking about. You know, Mustaa now maybe some of the doubt's going to start to creep in, especially if they're not able to get this, you know, tying goal and keep this game alive.
Articus in control. Moving the puck over. Here's Launanen in space. He scores! Mustaa with another response. This game is tied.
Wide open action right there. Great turnover forced in the neutral zone, and what a job right there. Being able to get to the back end. I thought for sure he was going to be able to get angled off right there, and goaltender would just be able to hold that short side, but maybe it was a slightly slow turn right there by the defender to defend against that speed attack coming back, but it was just such a quick bang play in the neutral zone that turned around. It's tough to kind of adjust to that as the defender. Huge goal from Mustaa to tie this one right back up.
7 minutes to go. We are tied again. Just a crazy turn of events. A chance and a shot. What a save for Latve. That corner was open.
Oh, yeah.
Placement just a little bit off the mark.
That's just a massive save, but I love that from Harlow. Just kind of delaying right there, opens it up and rips that shot away.
Off the face-off. Chance for Harlow. Tried to track back down low. And a shot there stopped. Another offside call here on Mustaa. 4:25 to go.
Yeah, Tohtorit has done a good job of kind of holding the line and not allowing a ton of clean entries. See another good example of it right there.
Off the face-off, 4 minutes left. Tohtorit in control. Dump and chase here. Alupekas able to recover. Aro in the Water Mall. Again, tried the short side. Another big rebound, but the defense is there to pounce on it. We'll have an offside call here at 93 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, this is the clutch time. Once again, you need someone to step up from your team. We've seen Otto do it a few times. We saw Oyala do it in the last one. These two teams, they both need a hero.
And over the line, Misei gets hit hard by Oyala. Maintain possession. They'll look to go again.
Tohtorit gets a chance to set up on the blue line. It's just so hard to get any sort of entry.
36 seconds. Here's Karka stepping up into the play. Down low for Harlow. Throw for the pocket, the odd angle shot. Now it's Aro. Down low to the corner. Back point, the shot deflects away. Here's Misei, final 6 seconds. Mustaa trying to end this series. Shot blocked. Aro scores! right place, right time. Mustaa Kultaa with 2 seconds to go have all but sealed the game and are gonna take this series in 5 games.
Shots on net. We haven't seen too many point shots from Mustaa Kultaa. They let one fly right there. It is initially blocked, but crash the net. That's what Aro does right there. Picks it up, goes 5-hole. And that's a tough one right there for Tohtorit. I mean, look at the face-off battle. Harlow was just taking it to Launen, and they had the shot advantage as well, despite Mustaa Kultaa having that, time on attack advantage. They did a great job of possessing it, but again, they oftentimes weren't too willing to throw the puck on. They do right there and get rewarded for it in the best way possible. 2.2 seconds. There's only so many things Tohtorit can do off this draw.
And with that will do it. Mustaa Kultaa have punched their ticket to the Elite Division Final as they knock out Tohtorit in 5 games. And there will be a showdown with Parasite at Assembly live in Helsinki. What a performance from Mustaa Kultaa. They slip up once, but they do seal the deal in Game 5.
Yeah, they absolutely do. And what it really came down to was their ability in this in the tail end of the series, but in the series in general, to respond. You think about the comeback win that they had in the first broadcast between these two teams, and then you think about in this game too. They get down 2-1, they almost immediately come back. You think about game number 3, where Tohtorit score off the first possession, but Mustaa Kultaa able to come back and score on essentially what was their first offensive zone possession right here, and that was kind of the difference there for Mustaa Kultaa. They were able to respond, find goals when they needed to, and Tohtorit just wasn't able to do that enough throughout the course of this series. So once again, a series ending in 5 games. Has that been every single series in the playoffs so far has ended in 5? Correct me if I'm wrong, Tugi, but that's kind of nuts. Correct. I mean, yeah, they were all super competitive, but just a little bit shorter. And some of them, I mean, yeah, that was just crazy, especially these last couple games here. I mean, all of them decided by essentially 1 goal, 1 overtime. I mean, geez, it's tough to see, a team go down who worked so hard and performed so well as Tohtorit did. But at the end of the day, Mustaa Kultaa battled. They earned their spot in the finals, and they will be taking on Parasite live at Assembly in Helsinki.
A clutch goal. A clutch goal of clutch goals for Aro as he steps up and leads the way, scoring the, well, you can't quite call it a golden goal yet. It's a silver goal. At the very least, they've secured themselves a top 2 finish. And as you mentioned, Sin, the showdown against Parasite as Tohtorit season comes to a close. Again, a great season for both of these teams, regardless of who ended up winning this series. But they'll still feel, of course, like they came up short in this one. Certainly would have felt like they had what it took to make it through. They fought valiantly. Certainly, it was a close series all the way through. But it is Mustaa Kultaa that gets the win, as Aro scores yet again to send his team to the final. And again, Sin, just what a result it is. Yeah. What a performance that it is. And I know you were just passed a note here by B Major. Feel free to read this off, because this is beyond impressive.
I'll have to grab it real quick, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, feel free to recap that if you would.
Yeah, I mean, it's an exceptional rise to greatness. I mean, and we've been, at least we followed Mustaa Kultaa a bit in the pro division, but you got to go back all the way to the year 2023. In their first season in ECL, they ended up winning the entire light division. They were the champions. Make it up to the pro, they get knocked out in the quarterfinals. Next season, semifinals, but they win the relegation battle, and that's what it took to get into the ECL Elite. here they are in the winter of 2025, and they make their finals in their first full season in the ECL Elite. I mean, that's again beyond impressive, and that's a rise to greatness. They look tremendous throughout the course of their performance, especially in the pro division. You know, they spent a couple different seasons there, and that's really where I kind of feel like they cut their teeth. And I got to cover them a few different times throughout the course of the season and in the playoffs as well. And you know, they always look pretty good, but man, having Otto on that team as well is just, I mean, look what he did. It almost felt like he scored every single goal for Mustaa Kultaa. I know it wasn't quite the case, but it feels like only one was scored by like Alupekos or Launinen or something. Like he was just a monster throughout the course of these 3 games here.
I mean, the definition of putting the team on your back, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it all leads, as we have mentioned, to our live final on Thursday, the 20th of February. It will be Parasite and Mustaa Kultaa taking to the stage, playing the full best of 7 series. Again, a land final at Assembly in Helsinki. Cannot wait to be back there for that one. Of course, we'll see what the full commentary scope looks like for that broadcast as we're working on doing what we can here. But again, it will be Mustaa Kultaa looking to complete an unbelievable story for this season, going up against Parasites in maybe the most dominant team we've ever seen.
Absolutely. I mean, only lost 1 game in the regular season and only lost 2 games in the playoffs as well. I mean, you know, it's obviously a tighter situation here, but yeah, they are a dominant force, and we've seen some super teams kind of come together before. This might be the scariest because it was an already incredible team. And then we'll just take, you know, a few other recent champions on this roster. Thanks.
So with that brings to a close our semi-final round. We will be back with Elite Division coverage live from Assembly, of course. But that is not it for our coverage of the postseason here on SportsGamer, including tomorrow, as we will be capping off the Pro Division semifinal between Nova and Blackbirds. Much like on Tuesday, that broadcast will be in Finnish right here on this channel, though, a 20 CET start time, as we'll see if Nova can pull off the comeback. Blackbirds have been on a tear in this postseason. They've been so impressive and are now just 2 wins away from making it to the Pro Division final. Again, I've loved being able to cover the Pro Division throughout this season, but the Finnish coverage will be right here live tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that. But for now, everybody, that brings things to a close here. Again, we want to thank you, as always, for tuning in. A big congratulations to Mustaa Kultaa. The next time we see them, it'll be on the big stage at Assembly in our final against Parasite.
Minkä päällä lakukastike maistuu parhaalta? Ei voi tietää, ellei kokeile. Kouvolan lakritsi.
That shot on net. Mustaa in front for Aro. He scores.
2. I think Goons found something defensively to kind of at least slow down.